let's talk about how the Los Angeles Rams can get over the hump this offseason. They need corner help. They need a right tackle. Those are, after Havenstein, however you say his name, retired, that becomes an immediate position of need for the Los Angeles Rams this offseason. On their depth chart, McClendon, I think his name is, a fifth rounder from a couple of years ago, is set to be the right tackle in LA. So their biggest needs right now are the right tackle position and corner. Good news, they are ninth in the NFL in cap space with $40 million. They have 10 picks in this upcoming draft, including 2 in the first round. So the Rams going into this offseason, they do have holes to fill in the cornerback position. They just lost Havenstein. They're going to lose Cam Curl to free agency unless they bring him back. They also should probably pay Puka Nacua. They're going to have to pay Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, Braden Fisk eventually. I'm not saying they should just dump all their money and go all in this season. I don't think that'd be wise. But they do have the 9th overall pick and the 29th overall pick in this year's draft, with 8 other picks throughout the rest of the draft to work with. So they have assets and they do have some holes to fill. I think you just sit and pick at both of your spots here. This is a pretty deep corner class. You could go with Terrell, McCoy, or you could go with Fanu, or I doubt the Miami right tackle will be there, or Proctor from Alabama at 9, or you can wait and maybe Proctor falls to the late first rounder. There's a corner in the Gamecock corner is there, or Keontae Scott is there. I don't know where he's going off boards, but he's a good player. Like, there's definitely avenues they could go with the Rams. I said they should trade for Denzel Ward. I think that still stands, but then you need to address the tackle position by quantity. Or maybe if you can trade your the 9th pick this year, and then your second round pick, or your 9th overall pick this year, and packed it with something else. If you don't have to send both of those firsts for Denzel Ward, and you can do a first and a third, which I think 2 firsts for Denzel Ward would be an overpay, honestly. So if you can do like a first and a third, a first and a second next year for Denzel Ward, and then sit and pick whatever tackle you like is the best tackle available at 29, or maybe try and trade up if somebody falls. And I think that's the best way to attack this, man. Or I haven't looked at the free agents tackle position, but just draft a tackle at 9, and then you can attack the cornerback market in free agency if you're the Rams, because there are some good free agent corners. Deshaun Wright, Jalen Watson, Jamel Dean, Alante Taylor, Tariq Woolen, Greg Newsome. There are some guys here, and there are some guys that are going to be like Noah Igahigibani, I think, is slept on with the Commanders. You can get him at $2 million. Amik Robertson, you can get him at $3 million. Rasul Douglas, $4 million. There's some good veteran players, Jack Jones at $5 million, that you can get and plug into the secondary right away that I think are going to be better than Emmanuel Forbes. That being said, if you can break the bank, get a Jamel Dean, or if you draft a McCoy or the LSU guy. I haven't done my draft research yet. I should probably start doing that. But there are corners in free agency that you can pick up if you're the Rams. The wide receiver 3 spot definitely needs some addressing as well. Right now, it's Jordan Winnington or Kanata Mumfield, excuse me. That's not good. That's not good. This is a sneaky good wide receiver class. I think the Rams would be in their best interest to secure a wide receiver that can also return punts and kicks. And if Rashid Shaheed doesn't get re-signed, I think that'd be a really, really good acquisition for the Rams. Rashid Shaheed would be a home run for the Rams here. Get another guy that can spread the field, who, if you get the ball in his hands, he can take it to the house in a Sean McVay offense that gets the ball into people's hands in space. And you get an elite punt and kick returner, which they've had one of the worst special teams over the last half decade with McVay, and it's really come to bite them in the ass, right? So I think Rashid Shaheed should be a guy, if he does hit the open market, the Rams should at least make an offer for, and you get a wide receiver three there with Puka and Tay. That would be disgusting. But if you can't go with Rashid Shaheed, there also are some guys that are going to be free agents that have experience returning punts and returning kicks, like Tylan Wallace and Gunnar Olszewski. Spend the money to get a good returner, or at least a guy that's not going to muff punts and muff kicks, even though Gunnar did have a little bit of a muffing problem at times. Either way, spend money on special teams if you're the Rams. Spend money on special teams. Other receivers, I think they can make a run at. That'd be pretty good value at a wide receiver 3 position, and they'd definitely be an upgrade over Kona Mumfield and Jordan Whittington. Kendrick Bourne types, Christian Kirk types, Keenan Allen types, Romeo Doubs would be a good wide receiver 3 there, but that's kind of breaking the bank for a guy who I feel like isn't the greatest yak, and I feel like that's kind of the scheme. That's kind of the scheme fit for McVay is a yak guy, and they have separators. You know, you want to get a guy that can take something else, or just bring back Tutu Atwell. Bring back Tutu Atwell, Tyquan Thornton, a good field stretcher. There's definitely some sneaky receivers here around the $2, $3, $4 million range. You can throw 3 years, $4 million a year at, 2 years, $4 million a year at, and get better production at the wide receiver 3 position than a Kendrick Bourne, or excuse me, than a Kona Mumfield. MVS, Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, there's names here that would be upgrades at the wide receiver 3 position that I think would fit way better in this Rams offense. But the main thing the Rams need to address this offseason is the right tackle position. Let's see what the free agency tackles look like. Braden Smith is a free agent. Yeah, get him in. Braden Smith instantly. Jonah Williams is a free agent. Trey Pipkins. Nah, Trey Pipkins is garbage. I didn't know Braden Smith was a free agent. Get that guy in there immediately. Where's some left tackles? Cam Robinson, decent. Not crazy. Rasheed Walker. Dude, no way the Packers let him walk though, right? No way they let him walk. If Rasheed Walker hits the market, the Rams should break the bank. Even though he's a left tackle, who knows if he can play right tackle. But Braden Smith, Jonah Williams, Trent Brown could be a shout here, even though he's 33 years old. Get him for a year. He played decent, at least for the Texans this year. Nothing too crazy here, though, in the tackle market. Trent Brown jumps off the page for me when I'm looking at tackles here. If they draft a rookie right tackle, also sign Trent Brown to a 1-year, $3 million deal so that you have a veteran there that can play the position, and then you kind of have a rookie as a depth piece. I think that's a good play here. If they go corner, okay, that's the play here. If you're the Los Angeles Rams, here's how you attack the offseason. Go and try and trade for Denzel Ward. You have 2 first-round picks. I doubt it would take 2 first-round picks. Quite frankly, I wouldn't send 2 first-round picks for Denzel Ward, but a first this year and a second next year. Or a first this year and your third this year, right? Or I don't know if they have a third, but they have 8 other picks outside of the 2 first rounders. So go trade for Denzel Ward. Draft a rookie right tackle at 29, whether it's Proctor, whether it's the other Utah tackle, whether it's the Georgia tackle. If there's a tackle there that you like at 29, draft him. Also sign Trent Brown. So that you have a veteran that you can play at the right tackle spot, because Havenstein just retired. You also then have a rookie right tackle as a depth piece, where if Trent Brown can't play, he's going to be 33 years old next season, then you have a contingency plan for the right tackle position if you do sign a veteran guy like Trent Brown if he doesn't retire. Address special teams. Gunnar Olszewski, Tylan Wallace. Get a kick returner in here. And not only that, I think one of those guys can fill in at a wide receiver 3 spot. Probably not Gunnar Olszewski. Probably not those guys. If Rashid Shaheed hits the open market, the Rams should write a check. Also, they need to extend Puka, extend Byron Young, extend Kobe Turner. Let's get these guys paid early. You're going to want to pay Puka before the Seahawks pay JSN, because whoever gets paid second is going to get paid more. So extend some of your homegrown talent. Go address special teams. Trent Brown, draft a right tackle, trade for Denzel Ward. That's how the Rams should attack this offseason. That's what I would do. But I'm not an NFL GM. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hit the subscribe button. 32 teams, 32 days. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss when I do your team on YouTube. Like the video as well.